Welcome to a very special Christmassy Nerd on Nerd with me, Jack Kempster.
And me, Liam Underwood. And this episode, we're getting into the festive spirit we are. We're going to be talking about two Christmas classics. Now, I know what you're thinking. That seems familiar. And you're right. It's what we used to do before we changed things up a bit. It's a bit of a throwback, if you will, to like early Nerd on Nerd. Because, you know, we've missed those days, haven't we, Jack?
I mean, no, not really.
That's true. It's been nice only doing one thing every 2
Yeah,
weeks.
it's a lot less stressful.
Yeah, but you know, it's Christmas, so we thought we'd make the special effort because we want a special show. We're going to not argue. That's going to be the Christmas...
Whoa, I didn't agree to that.
Yeah, no. I thought as a special Christmas gift to our listeners, we're going to have a whole episode where we don't argue. We're just going to be full of festive cheer, and we're just going to be loving Christmas.
Okay,
so
I'll try.
Well, that's all we can ask, really. We watched Elf and, of course, Silent Night, Deadly Night. So, you know, if you weren't in the festive mood before watching those two films, you probably are now.
I think maybe one of those films is more focused at getting you in the Christmas mood than the other.
Yeah, but I would also say that one is just marginally better than the other.
Okay.
So
I'm going to pretend that it's going to definitely be the way I assume it's going to be.
That's
so
fine.
I don't get annoyed at you.
That's fine, because it's Christmas. You know, we're allowed to laugh.
What does that mean?
What?
We're allowed to laugh. Whatever. What have you been up to, Liam? Hey, everyone. It's Liam's favourite part of the show. Catching up with Jack and Liam. Hey, Liam, what have you been up to?
I've just kind of been really getting ready for Christmas, to be honest. I've watched a couple of Christmassy movies. I've done all my Christmas shopping nearly, I think. Nearly.
Oh, yeah?
I'm nearly there. Yeah, I've just been Christmasing it up, to be honest.
You put up all the decorations?
Cat did.
You got lights outside the house?
No, mate, nah. Like, here's the thing about Christmas, right? I don't really like it. But
yeah, I know.
This is like a Christmas special episode, so I kind of have to be a bit like bumming it because that's what our listeners want. So, as far as our listeners are concerned, mate, Santa Claus, he can come down my chimney every night. I don't like wrapping presents.
Okay, but why not? What do you find difficult about wrapping presents, or is it just boring?
It hurts my back.
Sorry, what?
It hurts my back.
How?
Because you're like hunched over.
Why?
Because I wrap things on the floor.
Right, well, okay. No arguments. Have you considered, Liam, doing wrapping on like a table?
Don't have one.
You don't have a table?
Nah.
Your kitchen counters?
Oh, since we've moved, they're tiny and shit, so that's not an option.
Sit on the floor, but wrap them on your bed.
No, I haven't really been allowed in the bedroom because under the bed is where Cat is storing my presents. So apart from like sleepy time, I'm not really allowed to be in the bedroom for too long.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
Is that the best place to store presents for someone who is also in the house and uses that room?
Probably not, but the thing is, like, she knows that I wouldn't look, even if, like, because I would be so disappointed that I've kind of ruined the surprise.
Yeah.
That, like, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, but I mean, if it means that you can't go in your own room unless you have to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I don't know, it just seems slightly odd.
Well, yeah, I live in a dictatorship.
Fair enough.
Like, she sort of rules the roost. So here's another thing. She started listening to the episodes more recently, and she was complaining, as she's known to do, that we don't speak about her enough, which I countered with a very valid point of maybe if she did more things of note, we would speak about her more.
I will let Kat in on a secret, Liam.
Yeah.
We do talk about Kat all the time, and then I have to cut it out because you're always so mean.
I'm not mean, it's Christmas. So
I just want you to get in trouble. That's
all
I want.
So, you know, wrapping presents hurts. I don't really like the weather. That's taken a turn. I got caught in the rain the other day. I came home wet and horrible.
Oh, Liam.
I don't... Okay.
The veil of positivity is slipping somewhat.
No, genuinely, I can pinpoint why Christmas irks me so. And it's because I start seeing it, like, at the start of November.
Okay, so I agree. It annoys me that Christmas starts so early.
Yeah.
But unlike you, I legitimately love Christmas. Like, it's my favourite time of year. I don't get... Because we had this conversation, not on the podcast, in real life.
Yeah.
In our real talkings.
Yeah. Real talk. When we get to the nitty gritty of things.
Yeah, exactly. The real stuff.
Yeah. We talk about
But
feelings.
you were saying... Well, not really.
Christmas feelings.
You were listing things that you didn't like about, or like that were annoying you about Christmas.
Yeah, I remember this.
And this came up, the whole like, oh, it starts so early.
Yeah.
But all the reasons that you gave me for why that then annoys you had simple solutions.
There's never a simple solution to Christmas.
I mean, there is. You got annoyed. Specifically, one of the things was Christmas music starts too early.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just ignore it. Why are you not wearing headphones when you're out shopping? No, you don't. You don't like hearing it because you go out there, Liam, and you hear the Christmas music.
No, okay, but I like... Let me just... You jumped in before I could finish my sentence. I like being present in the world. I don't like to be... Like, if I'm out and about in the world, I don't like to be insulated and shut off from it in my own little headphone bubble. I like to be ready to react to whatever the world may throw at me. Like, oh, sexy lady walked by and she sort of looked at me. I might have missed that if I was busy, like, humming along to Papa Roach or something in my headphones. I don't know why I use Papa Roach as an example, because that is not something that I really listen to.
It's all you listen to. You're a liar, Liam.
It just
all you
jumped
listen
into
to.
my head. I guess in this
all
scenario...
the Papa Roach discography.
It might be because in this scenario, the unlikeliness of me listening to Papa Roach is matched by the unlikeliness of a sexy woman noticing me.
Fair point.
So,
But, like, okay... Because I walk around with my headphones on, like, always.
Yeah, and how many, like, women looking at you have you missed? You don't know. You don't know the answer to that.
No, but I also am aware of where... Like, I've never put on my headphones and been like, oh, I'm just going to go down the shops and get lunch. And then, like, turned up 2 hours later after getting lost and, like, ending up in side roads. Because I'm aware of the world, Liam.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being aware of the world and then being present and living in it.
I mean...
Like,
okay,
there? Yeah, so let's say, for example, you're listening to your headphones, right? You're walking along, and you walk past someone, and they sort of look up, they just glance, and they just capture a little look at your face, and they're like, oh my god, he's beautiful. And like, you've walked past them, and they've kind of had a little word at themselves, they've plucked up some Christmas courage, and they've turned around and gone, excuse me, and like, you've got your headphones on, you haven't heard this, you've just walked away. They're heartbroken now.
Wait, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
But... If so, say I wanted to talk to someone. So
no, but this is them wanting to talk to you.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm saying this as a thing. This is what people do, Liam. This is a normal thing to do.
Oh.
So say you're walking down the street and someone like drops, let's say their wallet or an Oyster card or one of those sorts of things. Yeah. Right? They drop it.
Yeah.
They're wearing headphones.
Yeah.
You pick it up and you go, "Oh, excuse me," and they don't hear you.
Yeah.
Now, you then don't just go, "Well, I've been ignored." Chuck it in a bin. That's that over. Guess he didn't want it. You, like, tap them on the shoulder. Everyone is aware of people wearing headphones, so they know that to get their attention, you need to be more interactive.
But I'm picturing, right? So, like, in this scenario that I've presented as a totally viable thing that could happen.
Unlikely.
It's someone who's quite meek, quite shy, and they've, like I said, they had to have a little word to themselves to build up that courage. So, after that, like, initial rejection... Like, it's very different. If you'd have dropped something and they were giving it back, that's very different to someone who wanted to, like, ask you out for a drink or something. So... Okay.
Do
you see?
That's just... Alright, I do get what you're saying, Liam. I understand you. I think my issue might lie with... I'm staying calm.
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
No.
I'm calm.
It's Christmas.
I think my issue might lie with the fact that that situation would never happen. Not to me. I'm not talking about to me. It wouldn't happen to me. But I'm saying, if people on the street...
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you're walking round,
as
I do in London and you do in arse end of Nowhereville, right? How many people do you see just randomly talking to each other like that? No one, because we're British and that's not how we do it.
Yeah, I know.
I admit, maybe in America, Liam.
Yeah.
Possibly in the US of A, where everyone is cheerful and everything's fine all the time.
Well,
maybe.
They're not, because obviously the politics at the moment, like, not to bring the tone down.
That was sort of the joke there, Liam, but thank you for pointing it out. Thanks for that, buddy. It doesn't happen, Liam.
No.
So, it doesn't matter that you're wearing headphones, because it's not going to happen. You also have a girlfriend, and the only situation you're pointing to is women.
Yeah, I'm using situations to kind of get you to see from my perspective why it's a good thing
okay.
to be.
Don't worry about that. Just tell me why you actually aren't wearing headphones. For you.
Okay, it makes you a more viable target for a mugging.
What, headphones?
Yeah.
Alright, where are you... The thing with muggings is you have to be somewhere where you don't get mugged in broad daylight when you're surrounded by people.
Yeah, well, you know, London, there's a lot of crime in London.
I've had more problems outside of London than I've ever had inside London.
I mean,
this is your paranoia, because you know that you have a issue with cities based on your weird assumptions of how they work.
Yeah. What else? Like, traffic. You can't hear traffic as well.
You have eyes. Sorry, I said that very meanly, Liam. I apologise.
That's fine.
You have eyes.
I do, but they're not brilliant. I wear glasses, so they obviously can't be trusted.
But it just...
I mean, what if it was low light, Jack? The eyes wouldn't
then
be any good.
Then you shouldn't be allowed out.
No, that's why I've got to rely on the ears. I also, one of the, pet peeves is when... I like music loud, but I hate when people listen to music loudly on their headphones so you can hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that person.
So don't be. Just have quieter music.
Do you know, I would just rather be present and live in life without a
See, that's the thing. I think
distraction.
this might be my problem with this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that is a heaping load of bullshit, and I know you don't say that.
But the other
I know
thing,
that you're not.
genuinely,
I don't believe you.
The other thing is when you are just walking around and about, let's say you're going to a destination, or maybe you're even returning from a destination. I like to have that time to think about things. You know, just have a little ponder and just get lost in the highway of the mind. Whereas
that's fine, because I do that too when I'm on a walk.
Yeah, but
I just take my headphones off.
Yeah, music can distract from that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I take my headphones off and turn off the music.
Yeah, well, I'm just always like that.
But I'm saying, as a solution to you not wanting to hear Christmas music, right? Because I don't imagine you're walking around Tesco's going, now's the time for me to have deep Liam time.
No, but okay, if I'm walking around Tesco's, I might, be with Kat, so I'll need to actually listen to what
well, that's fine. Then don't listen to
dinner.
The music. Listen to your girlfriend.
One is not, drowning out the other, unfortunately. Now, in that scenario, I'm not sure which way round I would prefer it to be. And you have hit on a very interesting dilemma. Would
you rather listen to Kat or the Christmas music very early?
Well, that is an interesting... I don't have an answer for you right now, Jack.
I'm worried, Liam, that our positive Christmas episode is instead of arguing with each other, I feel like we're being mean to Kat.
No, it's fine. Here's the thing. So I'm gonna have to if I'm at Tesco's and I'm with her, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" And I'll be like, "I don't know. What do you want?" She's like, "I don't know." And then we'll have a big argument about it. So that I can't. If I then put headphones in,
I do love that image.
It's not going to go well for me.
No, it won't.
So I honestly, I don't think there's a good scenario for me to be listening to music. So I kind of have to endure the shops and their Christmas music. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though, to why I dislike Christmas. There's a lot of reasons. One of them, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I know it's Christmassy, so we fucking love Christmas, but also we don't, because you have to do things that you wouldn't do any other time of the year.
Go on. What do you have to do, Liam?
Go to office Christmas parties.
Do you have to go to them?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know about where you work, but where I work, it's hugely frowned upon if you don't go to team events. And unfortunately, office Christmas party counts as a team event.
Is it though? I know I don't know, so it could be legitimately frowned upon.
You know,
is it just you being paranoid?
No, it is. I think it's the sort of thing where, put it this way, if you're not there and you don't have a very good reason for not being there, like illness or something, it's definitely noticed. It's noticed by management, and it's not it's the sort of thing that they can necessarily fire you over.
Yeah, no, they legally cannot fire you for not going to the Christmas party, Liam.
It is the sort of thing that oh, you're not a team player, so now these opportunities that might have come your way might go to Jim's direction, because he was at the party and he had a great time.
I just don't know. That sounds so much like the plot in a film that it makes me question whether it's a real thing or whether it's your delusional inability to separate plots of films from the real world.
We don't know, but I did go to my office Christmas party because I didn't really have a choice, and
okay,
it was an open bar, so it wasn't a disaster.
Yep. How much did you drink?
I stopped counting after 10 double JDs and Cokes.
That's a lot.
I mean, yeah, considering I was only there for like 4 hours in total.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I was live tweeting the night as well, so if you're following us on Twitter, and details for how you can do that later on, you would have seen sort of just a gradual mental breakdown.
So what did you do? What was your party like?
So they rented out a barn where...
A barn?
Yeah, a barn where
Okay.
it was like attached to a pub, and some famous boxer used to box there, so there was lots of pictures of him in like a little room.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the people who works for my team decided to DJ.
Oh, good. That's always positive.
Yeah. That kind of should just tell you... there were some team building exercises, like...
At an office Christmas party?
Yeah. Like, we all played rock, paper, scissors. I genuinely wish I was making this up.
Oh.
Yeah, so the way it was is... here's how they did it. You all picked a partner, you all played rock, paper, scissors, and then whoever won, the loser had to, like, cheer for that person. So then when that person would go on and play the next one, whoever won, you all then cheered for that. So the idea behind it was eventually you'd have 2 people left with, like, 2 halves, each cheering for the other person. It just didn't quite pan out that way because people very quickly got bored and just kind of gave up.
Yeah. It sounds horrible.
It sounds like the sort of thing that they would come up with. Maybe if your management had, like, American influences.
I don't understand, because I also have done the Christmas office party, right?
Yeah.
My one, we got the drinks were on the house sort of thing.
Yeah.
We got this downstairs basement of a pub all to ourselves.
Yeah.
And what we did was we walked in, the guy set up the tab, and then we all got shit-faced and just chatted together. And it was good. Why did your office do this other thing?
I don't know. That wasn't all they did. They had a competition for who was the most festive dressed. Oh, in each of these things, the winner got like a $50 gift card.
Oh, that's all right.
It is, except... So yeah, you have a competition for who's most festive dressed, but at no point before the party was that ever, like, announced. So it was like a happy accident if you won. Because do you know what I mean? If there was like, oh, by the way, whoever is most festive dressed, here's a $50 gift card, I might have actually tried to dress a bit festive.
Yeah, surely that's what you're meant to do. Is you're meant to say to people,
yeah,
there's a festive dressed contest.
Yeah, so that was stupid. There was another contest. There was 5 in total. I can't remember all of them, thankfully. Another one was who can tell the most embarrassing story about another team member.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about yourselves, and then I was like, well, you've won that one.
I didn't participate in that one, to be honest.
You should have, because what you could have done is whoever told an embarrassing story about you, you could have just turned to them afterwards and gone, you don't even know the half of it, mate. That was shit.
I just honestly only like 4 people participated in that one, and here's the other thing: the people that were all involved were having a big laugh, and it was like, oh, ha ha ha. But like, you know, when there's an in joke and you're not a part of it, so it's just not at all funny.
Yeah,
it was like that.
It sounds horrible so far.
Yes.
The only good thing is the free alcohol.
Yeah,
so that's a positive.
And if it wasn't for Christmas, I wouldn't have had to have gone to that shit.
I don't think you can blame Christmas for that, though, because that doesn't sound like a normal Christmas party.
It doesn't. There was also something else that bothered me. There were 4 different people, and on each occasion, I would start speaking to someone, we'd get like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes into a conversation, and then they would leave the party. And
the party?
Yeah, the whole party. So like the first time that happened, it was like, oh yeah, I live the other side of London, and I've got to drive, so I'm not drinking, so I'm going to go now. I was like, okay, fair enough. And then next person, I was like, well, this is a bit weird. By the 4th person, I genuinely started to feel like, was I doing something wrong?
You'd have to be doing something so bad that they didn't just go, oh, I don't want to talk to Liam anymore. They were literally like, I have to leave.
Yeah. 4 people.
That's insane.
Yeah. It wasn't fun. It wasn't how I would choose to spend a Thursday evening, for example.
No, that's understandable. I understand that. That sounds like a horrible Christmas party. I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
No, but I'm pleased that you had a good one.
Yeah, I had a great one.
What did you talk about?
I'll be honest, Liam. I remember most of the night.
Yep.
But I don't really remember what I was talking about. I think maybe at one point I had my arm around someone, like chatting to them, but I don't know if I actually did, and I don't remember what I was telling him about.
Okay.
I also know that I left the party as it was like the pub had rung last orders, and I was like, oh, I've got to make sure I get my last train as well. So I left, and I know that I left 2 pretty much undrunk drinks because we had been told by the guy that set up the tab for us, like halfway through the night, he was quite drunk and just was like, not halfway through the night, it was towards the end. He was like, we've just hit the halfway limit on our tab. So I was just like, well, every time someone asks me if I want a drink, I'm going to say yes.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, it was good. You know, everyone just chatted. You talk to people that you like and know, and
See, that's
no
something
one
that
made
I
us
don't
play
have
rock,
at
paper,
work.
scissors.
I don't really have people that I like and know at work because I very rarely actually go into the office.
Yeah, what you need to try and do is get some people that you like, because
No, because I'll talk
I
to
don't
them
like
for
a
20
lot of
minutes and
people.
then they'll leave.
yeah, don't do it at the Christmas party.
I can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's the problem, mate.
Yeah, honestly, better idea. Let's just knock Christmas on the head and say, look, we tried it. It didn't work out. Done.
Or just don't go to the Christmas party.
That's not an option.
Yes, it is. You had the solution at the beginning of this conversation. You said something, Liam, and I went, he's got it.
What?
There's the solution. You said, unless you have a very good excuse,
Yeah,
like you're really ill.
yeah.
Tell them you're ill, Liam.
What if they check on me?
What? Sorry, check on you.
I don't know.
What are you worried they're going to do? Knock on your door?
Yeah.
Management come round like, Liam, we heard you were ill, so we brought the party to you. Wait a minute. You're not sick?
Exactly.
That's insane.
It just, honestly, and the other thing is, it wasn't just my team. It was like 3 other teams that, for some reason, they just all were put together for this party.
Not actual teams that were, like, connected.
They probably are connected, but I don't really know how.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so that was Christmas. But you know, I've also found this year, I think, because we've very recently moved and we're still unpacking, I just feel like I haven't quite got my head around Christmas yet. Like, I'm still kind of looking around, being like, wait, have I actually got everyone's presents? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what. It's very discombobulating.
I think the issue is it sounds like you're one of the people, like, I'm not worried about the fact that I've not got everyone their presents yet.
I mean, you've got like 3 days left to really do that.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I will get it sorted. Christmas will be fine. I won't forget anyone's presents.
What have you got me for Christmas?
I'm not getting you anything.
Hang on, this is the Christmas special where everything's Christmassy and lovely.
Oh, do you want me to lie?
I mean, no, I want you to get me
I'm
something.
getting you, Liam,
Yeah.
a signed copy
Oh, yeah.
of
yeah.
the Santa Claus trilogy.
I wouldn't hate that. Who's signing it?
Tim Allen.
Okay, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Yeah, thank you, Jack.
No problem, buddy.
I
What are you
would
getting me?
Well, here's the thing. I would have personally preferred if that was like a surprise. So when I opened it, I could have been all like, "Oh wow!" And then
No, Liam.
Yeah,
People are listening to this episode on Boxing Day.
yeah.
This isn't. We're after Christmas, buddy. What did you get me for Christmas?
Well, I can't tell you that because it will
No,
ruin
you
the
can, because
surprise.
we're on the Boxing Day, Liam. We aren't allowed to record
Oh,
this
I
episode.
got you strippers.
Thank you.
It's all right.
It's very kind of you.
I'm allowed to watch.
Oh, no, that's not a present for me, then.
It's really not, no.
I don't want to watch the
but-
Santa Claus trilogy with you.
But if Kat asks, that is a present for you, Jack.
Okay. I see what I understand.
Look, she said she wanted to be mentioned more. She's brought this on herself.
Yeah, you're going to regret that, Kat. I'm sorry.
I went to the cinema. You'll never guess what.
You went to the cinema, and now you're going to tell us...
I did that in the wrong way round.
You did. It's really confusing.
I went to the cinema. No, you'll never guess what. I went to the cinema, and now it's time for Liam went to the cinema, and here's Liam's spoiler-free reviews of the things that he saw at the cinema that he went to.
Oh, go on.
me, I got that
What did you
right.
see, Liam?
I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
Because after we did that Harry Potter stuff for Kat's birthday, I then bought all the films, and every weekend we'd watch 1 or 2. And obviously with Fantastic Beasts coming out, we just sort of timed it all nicely. Wasn't a fan.
No?
The thing is, to me it feels like the reason why they're doing it is to pander to this American audience, which, look, I get it. There's an American audience who have grown up watching these Harry Potter films, who have kind of been like, wow, that's amazing, and like, England gets this wonderful thing, what about us, kind of thing. And now, like, Fantastic Beasts is like, well, look, it's 1920s, it's set in, I think, New York, here's your fucking wizards and shit.
Yeah, no, I get that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so
But
I get why this exists. The thing is, to me, that isn't a strong enough foundation for making a good movie on.
No, I mean, the first worrying sign about this film was when they announced the name, and I was like, oh, that's weird, because that was that Red Nose Day book.
Yeah, which is
like
a tiny...
20 pages long,
Yeah.
and is just a list of all the magical creatures, which I like.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's odd, because
Yeah.
that's not a story.
No.
And then it's like, yeah, it's like based on that, sort of.
Yeah. The second
Right.
second worrying thing is when they tell you it's the first part in a 5-part series.
5-part?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I love Harry Potter. I was a huge Harry Potter fan. I read all the books, went and saw all the films. I'm kind of done with Harry Potter. I
Yeah.
know there are people that aren't. I know that there are people who are super fans who still, watch it all the time, all that stuff. I'm done with it.
When you say that though, like if Harry Potter was on, you'd still enjoy it, right? Like
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like how I'm done with... Yeah, by done with, I mean, not like I'm cutting it out of my life.
yeah, you
Just
don't need
that-
new
No.
stuff.
Harry Potter has finished.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it alone.
And I think that's what they should have done, but I guess like J.K. Rowling needed an extension or something. So
I'd see... That's bullshit. Don't blame the author.
well, she
these things.
scripted it. She scripted
Yeah,
this film.
yeah. Did she do it all on her own without the studio going, "We want you to do another film," or did she do it after the studio went, "Hey, remember how Harry Potter made us a ton of money?"
Right, if I'm remembering
again.
this rightly, it was a conversation between her and I think the producer, and she said that she'd been like toying around with this idea, and then she wrote it into a script. I might be remembering that wrong, but that's what I vaguely recall hearing or reading or something.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna blame her because at the end
Well,
of
we
the
don't
day,
know for sure.
no, but at the end of the day, she was quite smart in keeping a lot of control over the licensing and stuff. So
Yeah.
she 100% was in a position where if a movie should have gone to her, oh, we want to make 5 more films because they make us bank, she could have gone, nah, I don't want that.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm going to blame her. And
I'm going to blame the studios.
the other thing is, so Eddie Redmayne plays the main character, Newt Scamander or something. I should have looked this
Okay.
up. I don't really like him.
What else has he done?
He was in The Theory of Everything. He was in
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Danish Girl. Like, he's an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
But to me, and alright, I'm going to say that, I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say something that maybe will ruffle a few feathers. But to me, he's like a poor man's Matt Smith. You know, Doctor Who Matt Smith.
Yeah. I just don't have an opinion on this.
Right, so
So I'm not like going to jump to your defense and be like, I agree with you, Liam, because I don't know.
yeah, no, he's just like it just all of it was just ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
like some of the special effects were good, I guess. It's one of those films, right? And I'll be talking about another one. Okay, it didn't really need to exist,
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
and unfortunately, that's not the only film I've seen this month or this week, whatever, where I would say that. So there is one thing that the film does do well, okay? There's a load of stuff. So it all starts with these creatures like escaping from his magical suitcase and like causing havoc around New York, and he has to go and sort of round them all up. Bit Pokemon-y, you know.
He's got to catch them all.
Yeah. That
Some of them are
bit-
shinies.
They might be, yeah. That bit was quite fun. But you know how like the Harry Potter series, it starts off quite whimsical, quite fun, and then it sort of gradually gets darker after like film 3. This one was like, you know what, the whole dark stuff, a lot of people like that, so we're going to have like half the film all whimsical and fun and catching these magical creatures, and then this other half is going to be about we're going to like try and rope in like the Salem witch trials and that kind of thing and get things very dark and serious and boring.
Oh, okay.
So
I assume it's not... Is it tied to Voldemort and stuff?
it's tied to Grindelwald.
Which one's he?
He's the one who, basically in the backstory, Dumbledore had like a big kind of spar with him. I think they were friends, and then they had a big falling out. And I think at one point he might have had the Elder Wand. It's alluded to in the books. It's alluded to that this kind of happened around the same time that World War II happened, and it's never quite made clear, like if one is a byproduct of another or not in this universe.
Yeah.
So like, and that is definitely like an interesting thing that's alluded to. But I feel like that allusion is enough. We don't need that expanded upon. Like it's almost better to have mystery there.
Yeah.
To kind of, I think one of the issues with films these days is they're just fucking desperate to fill in all of the blanks.
Yes.
It's like, if you have a question about something, like, don't worry, we'll do a fucking spin-off and that will answer that question. And like, to be honest...
Yeah, no, I agree. It's like, it's my biggest fear of the new Blade Runner film that's been announced.
Yeah.
Like, I love Blade Runner.
Same.
And I really want this new one to be good.
Yeah.
But, like, there's that whole thing at the end of the first one where it's like, was he actually one of the robots or
it's
not?
It's left really ambiguously.
So the fact that we know that he's in this next film makes me really fucking worried that they're just going to be like, Deckard was a robot, hunt him down. And I'll be like, no, fuck you, what are you doing?
Even on the flip side, if they're like, no, he's not a robot, it's still annoying because it's better not knowing.
Because it's answering a question that is an interesting question and makes you rewatch that film and be like, is he?
Yeah. So, okay, so Fantastic Beasts, because of the fun with the magical creatures, 2.5 out of 5.
It's low.
It is low. I'm going to jump ahead to, because it all just ties in very nicely to what we just discussed. The next film, Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Well, I don't want you to talk too much about this because I'm seeing it on Thursday.
Obviously, well, we know this is spoiler-free, but I'm going to be particularly brief with this one.
Thank you.
You know how I said with Fantastic Beasts, it kind of like... or not necessarily, like, the whole Grindelwald stuff, it answers a question that didn't really need answering.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Rogue One.
Yeah, well, from what I understand of what the story is, it does seem like it's a redundant-ish film.
Yeah, like, again, without going into spoilers, I think people are aware that this story basically explains the opening crawl in Episode 4.
Yeah.
Where it talks about the rebellion and how they've got the plans for the Death Star. That's what this film is about.
Yep.
I won't say anything more than that. Just, again, for me, the opening crawl was enough. Like, I liked the fact that I didn't know the whole story around that because I didn't feel like I really needed to.
Yeah, I mean, that one's less of a, this is an interesting mystery, and more of a, we've skipped over it because it's not drastically important that you know it.
Exactly.
It's like no one left, or at least, I haven't seen people talking about Star Wars and being like, I just really want to know where they got the details for the Death Star.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like this is a film that I feel like didn't need to be made. It's literally, like Fantastic Beasts, just made to make money from the fans. And I'm getting kind of... I was speaking to Kat afterwards, because she's not the biggest Star Wars fan, and she came out of it absolutely not at all pleased with this film. And I just... It's getting to a stage now with big blockbusters that I feel like you so know what you're getting before you go, it's starting to become, what is the point of going? Because the things that they might do differently, like the big spectacles or whatever, they'll generally show you in the trailers anyway. So I'm just getting to a stage where I feel like with cinema, the indie stuff is a lot more interesting at the moment.
It does depend on what you're going for, though. Because you and me have very different outlooks on what we want from the cinema.
That's a very good point. If you just want mindless blockbuster popcorn entertainment, sure. But if you want something that you haven't seen
pretentious,
before...
arty, bollocksy shit, then yeah, go to the indie world.
Or something that you haven't seen before. Because...
No, I didn't count... It's the Christmas episode, Liam.
Yeah, we're not arguing.
So you can't argue with me.
No.
So I let you say your little bullshit about blockbusters. So you let me say my stuff about indie films.
Yeah, I'm not stopping you from saying anything.
Don't argue me down. We're accepting it. Blockbusters are stupid, mindless bullshit.
Yeah.
Indie films are pretentious, arty films.
Yeah,
sorted.
That's Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story, 3 out of 5.
That's better than Fantastic Beasts, so...
It is.
That's a positive, I guess.
But, I mean, put it this way, okay? And this is going to be something that I think, once you've seen it, you'll massively disagree with me about. But, when watching the film, I came to the realisation that I actually preferred Revenge of the Sith to Rogue One.
Yeah? Okay.
So, like, the other thing is, like, one of the things, I was quite excited for it, and I'd seen a lot of positive buzz on Twitter. Like, nothing spoilery, just a lot of people being like, oh my god, it was really good. I think even, like, I saw a tweet from Will Wheaton, where he said he hasn't been so excited about seeing a Star Wars film since 1977, after he first saw, the first Star Wars film. So, I'm just saying, like, manage expectations when you go in, because I feel like you'll love it.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah. But... pretentious, indie... What was it? What was your description?
Pretentious, indie, arty. No, pretentious, arty bullshit, I think was the...
Leads me to my third film.
Okay.
There's a film called Lion, which, based on a true story...
okay.
It's like an Australian film. It's kind of told in two halves. You get this... I'm going to, like, just absolutely butcher where all these people are from if I don't look it up. So bear with me.
Okay.
Because it's the sort of thing where it's like, I don't want to get it wrong. Alright, here we go. So, I will give you the IMDb plot summary. A 5-year-old Indian boy gets lost on the streets of Calcutta, thousands of kilometres from home. He survives many challenges before being adopted by a couple in Australia. 25 years later, he sets out to find his lost family. So it's based on a true story. Film split in half. You get one half where it's the 5-year-old who is played by a newcomer called Sunny Pawar. Maybe pronounced that wrong, but he's brilliant. He's very good.
Yeah.
And it's all about how, like, the first half of the film is kind of how he gets to being adopted, okay? How he goes from being separated from his family and lost to being adopted. And you would think, like, I've seen this film advertised quite a lot because they seem to show it before every single film in the cinema. The way it's told is very, like, there's no flourishes to it. It's not like the director hasn't, like, sprinkled in a load of flashbacks or anything like that. It's literally, first half of the film is this bit, second half is the 25 years later stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I think by presenting the story in that kind of, like, manner where you're not distracted by all of the flashbacks and then going forward in time and stuff, it lets the story sink in more.
Yeah, I guess. So you're sort of experiencing it in the actual timeline.
Yeah, in a, like, chronological manner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 25 years later, the same kid who's called Saru is played by Dev Patel, who I always just, like, associate with Skins. So I remember watching him in that, and it's so weird seeing, like, the little, like, gawky kid from Skins, like, one, doing an Australian accent and doing it well, and two, like, actually acting really well.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of guilt that he's living with by the fact that his family doesn't know what happened to him or where he is or if he's even still alive.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It's not
Is
like,
it a tearjerker?
for me, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's like an amazing film or anything. It's just, again, it was kind of different. You know, it was a story that you can kind of predict how it's going to go. So for that reason, it's like 3.5 out of 5 and not higher. But still, seeing the way it played out, it was, you know, my film of the week, if you will.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If you're sick of all the blockbuster shit, check this out. It's called Lion. And one of the things I will say is, like, I got like 2/3 of the way into the film, and I was like, I still don't know why it's called Lion. And when you find out why it's called Lion, oh, it's so good. It's so satisfying.
If he makes friends with the talking lion, then I'm on board.
Unfortunately, there are actually no lions in this film.
Well, what are you talking about?
But the reason why it's called Lion is still really satisfying.
When he's a 5-year-old, does he travel through a wardrobe and end up in a mystical land? And then an evil queen tries to make him eat Turkish delights, but then Aslan saves him.
What are Turkish delights?
I've never had just a Turkish delight by itself.
Yeah.
But I've had Cadbury's did a bar that had, like, Turkish delight in the chocolate.
Okay.
It's from what I understand, it's like a sort of, it's not jelly. It's harder than jelly. But you know, it's that kind of thing. It's all. I don't know.
Is it like what Jelly Babies are made out of?
Yeah, I think so. But I think
Okay.
it's probably got, like, its own specific taste. And we're probably, you know, all the Turkish delight fans that listen to us are going to be in uproar, being like, "Don't be ridiculous, Jack. Cadbury's never. Their one was not Turkish delight. It was bullshit."
Yeah.
Maybe we should try Turkish delight, Liam.
It could be one of the, like, you know, like we did the nerds tried a new thing when we went to Shocktoberfest.
The next one will be we tried Turkish delight.
I mean, I feel like we could both handle that better.
Oh yeah, it sounds a lot better than being forced to develop a fear of chainsaws.
Definitely. Yeah, it's not like that, but, you know, it's still good.
Fair enough.
And that's it for Leon. Have you been to cinema at all?
No, I'm going on Thursday.
Are you going? So did your friends wait for you in the end, or were they just
No.
They've gone tonight.
They're all there tonight.
Yeah.
It's alright, because what I've said is, I was like, well, no one's going to, like, they're all going to see it. One of them was like, oh, I'll come see it with you again on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't worry about it, because you've all seen it, I'm not going to come down to Sutton and see it. I'll go to Leicester Square, maybe go to IMAX.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to mention.
Go on.
I saw Rogue One in box seating.
Oh, God, yeah, you were telling me about this thing. Did you? So you've now found out officially what it is?
Yeah. It's okay. So what it is, it's like a room that I guess it sort of sits, like, I guess, kind of either above or below where the projection booth is.
Yeah.
So you're kind of out of the actual theatre, if you will. You've got a room which seats, like, I think it's 16 to 20 people. It has its own volume control in the room, and you're behind like a glass box, I would say it's worth doing if you can fill those seats with like friends and stuff. Like if you wanted to have like a film party for some reason.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like it didn't really add anything to the experience.
No, yeah, it was always going to be that, mate.
Yeah, and like the other thing is you do feel really far away from the screen.
Yeah, that was the big thing that I was like,
Yeah.
this sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah, so like...
Because like the best seats, everyone's sort of agreed, right? The best seats are the centre of the cinema.
Yeah, so like...
Or slightly back from centre.
Yeah, I always
can
try
never
and
remember.
get the aisle seat, row J.
Okay. You're an aisle seat person.
Yeah, now...
I like middle. I like going straight. Or is that aisle seat for you? Because, you know, some have an aisle in the middle.
Yeah, no, sorry, so my cinema has the aisle in the middle.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I like aisle. I don't like sitting on the end. Like, okay, so the plus to sitting on the end is once you're there, you can relax because you know you've not got anyone like walking in front of you and you have to like move your legs out of the way and all that sort of fucking acrobatic shit. But I feel like you're looking at the screen at such an angle normally, and you've got like sound coming a lot louder from one half than the other.
Yeah.
Aisle is the answer.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, and look at that, a Christmas miracle. We agree on something.
We've actually agreed. Yay!
So, you know, ho ho ho.
It's Santa's gift to you all.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty much done for catching up with.
Yep, I think that's it.
Nerd news.
What?
I thought it was a throwback.
No, we're not doing nerd news.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were throwing back. You know, like it was like a homage to last
No!
year's. All right, my bad. I'll just scribble
Housekeeping.
scribble out all this nerd news that I want. That's all gone now. No nerd. All right, housekeeping.
Dickhead.
We did a competition.
Yeah, we did.
Someone won. Congratulations to Cole.
Who won? Okay, you do know. You said that like you didn't know who won.
No, I know it's Cole, isn't it? His Twitter handle, as we all know, is J_Cole.
Very good, Liam.
John effin Cole is his Twitter name. Has a picture of William Shatner as his avatar.
I mean, you don't need to give out all his details, mate.
He lives at... No, he hasn't sent us his address yet, so, you know, that's his mistake. But yeah, congratulations. He has won a copy of Nameless, which we gave away. We're a bit undecided if we're going to do any more giveaways, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't think we should.
Alright, so, you know, if you missed out on that one, tough tits.
It was the only giveaway we'll ever do.
Other housekeeping, just general chit-chat on Twitter about... you know, someone said that they checked out our podcast and loved the Stand By Me discussion, and it was a great film that they've now subscribed. That was at Briss Frankie. So thank you for checking us out and giving us a listen. We've had a few people, a couple of comments came in saying how surprised they were, or maybe not surprised, but how quickly we started arguing in the last episode.
Yeah, I didn't notice it when we recorded.
No.
I guess I don't. What did we actually fall out about? I can't remember.
Oh, fuck knows, something. But, you know, this is Christmas, so no falling out today.
Yeah, that was like... What you got to remember, guys, is we've got to condense like a year's worth of feelings into, 26 episodes. So last episode was sort of like the preamble to Christmas. Even though it was very early for that, it's got that feeling, all Christmas is coming. We've got to make sure all the food's there and who's bringing the alcohol. So that was why that episode was angrier, because we knew that this episode would be so nice.
Does that mean that the next episode is going to be like the feelings you get on Boxing Day when your like uncle comes over and he just gets drunk and racist?
Do you have a racist drunk uncle?
No, I have like very few family.
Yeah.
So, but like that seems to be like a very like common trope that I keep seeing around. So I kind of wish I did.
I'm the one that gets drunk on Boxing Day.
And racist.
Not racist, but
drunk.
I get drunk.
Okay. Sexist?
I don't get anything-ist.
No, none of the ists.
No.
Okay then. Pacifist?
I guess, yeah. I get really pacifist when I'm drunk.
Also, a couple of episodes ago, we asked a question about swimming. If people go swimming with their friends just for fun.
Yep.
And we kind of forgot last episode that people tweeted us about it. And basically... general consensus does seem to be a pretty even split between some people thinking it's weird and some people just thinking it's alright and I need to, just get on with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that, like, what did tip the consensus, like, into the halfway and didn't sort of have one outweighing the other is, like, a couple of your friends were listening and at least one of them tweeted us sort of agreeing with you. And I don't know if we can...
Did Kat have an opinion?
Oh, probably.
Oh, okay, right. So not just my friends swaying a vote then, Liam. Also all the people that know you.
Oh no, she agreed with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
My friends swayed it my way, and then your girlfriend swayed it your way.
it's Christmas, mate. We don't need to get into semantics.
You're trying to trip me up and make me look bad.
I wouldn't do
I'm
that, not on
happy to
Christmas.
say that everyone has different views on swimming, and that's fine.
I don't think it's swimming. I think it's particularly it's not even swimming. I don't know why I called it swimming. It's sitting in a hot tub with your friends.
Was that the actual question that we asked, though, or did we ask about if people...
I think
'cause we were also arguing about
asked,
swimming.
we asked, when was the last time you just got half naked with a bunch of friends and had a good time?
Is that what you... I'm surprised it was 50-50 if you wrote it like that.
Yeah, no, I can't remember how we worded it.
No, yeah.
But it was basically who's done this recently? I think in the last year we said, who's just shown their tits to their friends.
You don't... What do you think happens in swimming pools and hot tubs?
Well, you get your tits out.
No one was naked.
You get your tits out.
They're not tits, Liam. They're moobs.
I think what's the difference?
One is produces milk for children.
Not just children.
One is just tits on a man. Tits on a man.
Wow.
Said that poorly.
Let's just say it's Christmas, so it was a 50-50
Merry
split.
Christmas.
Right? Merry Christmas, tits on a men. Now it's time. Oh wait, have we done anything else like Witcher or any of that shit?
No.
Cool. Same. Although,
Cool.
if you are following the Chronicles of Smallville and Liam watching it,
Oh yeah, where are you?
I have 9 episodes left to go.
Oh, so you... Ooh. You're not going to be done before Christmas then, are you?
No, but it wasn't before Christmas. It was before.
Was it New Year?
New Year, yeah.
So you still got like a week and a half?
Oh, I'm quietly confident that it's doable.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. So, and also, I'm really enjoying season 10.
Yeah, it's got good again.
Yeah, because they're nodding back to the past, and old characters are returning, and it's utterly ridiculous. It's fucking one of the characters came back through a dimensional warp hole in a parallel universe.
Of course.
But I don't give a shit because it means we get the actor back who's awesome, and it's just fun.
Fair enough.
So really good. Lois Lane now knows his secret.
Oh.
So we're gearing up for Smallville to become Superman, and it's just I'm having a blast. I think I'm going to be sad when it's over, but also
Yeah, you've watched quite a lot, so it's understandable.
yeah, over 200 episodes. It's 40 minutes an episode. If you want to do those maths real quickly for me,
No, not particularly.
it's a lot of time.
What was it, 200
Yeah,
episodes, and they're 40 minutes long?
yeah.
8,000 minutes divided by 60 to get hours, 133 hours. Do that divided by 24. No? Yes, 24 to get days. 5.5 solid days of viewing. Is that right? That can't be right.
No, that sounds about right.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah.
Congrats, Liam.
Thank you.
There's another bit of housekeeping,
Yeah.
sort of similar to the Smallville one, that I need to
Walking
keep track
Dead.
of. No.
Oh.
How many of your 5 for whatever?
Oh, yeah.
5 for... How many of them have you watched? And how many have you bought?
So here's the thing. I've watched.
Is the number higher?
No, I've watched. I can tell you the exact number I've watched if you really want me to.
No, I don't.
No, I thought you did.
I don't mind.
Bear with me a second. I've gone and fucked it, Jack. Hang on. 6. All right, I've watched 6. 6
Okay.
since we last recorded.
And you haven't bought any more films?
Well, the thing is, it's Christmas.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What that means, Jack, is when let's say I'm on Amazon, hunting for presents for people, my eye might wander and I might be like, oh, wait a second, that thing that was on my wish list has been reduced in price. So pop that in the basket, and then Liam gets a little Christmas present, as well as everyone else. And that happens, let's say, I don't know, every time I shop on Amazon. So, I think I've been pretty good, actually. I think I've only brought... Right, if I buy a trilogy box set, does that count as one purchase or 3?
I don't know.
Because I treated myself...
I guess the price would be higher, right?
Yeah.
So it should... Maybe we'd count it as 2, I guess, because you're getting a slight discount because it's a trilogy box.
So one of my
also-
Christmas treats to myself was the Human Centipede trilogy.
Oh, okay.
There's been a couple of other things here and there. Oh, the Derby Stallion arrived, which is a Zac Efron film.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 new films. So it probably equals out this week.
Yeah, so you've just stayed equal.
It equals out, which isn't terrible.
I mean, it's not great, but okay.
But so obviously we had the Walking Dead mid-season finale last week.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
honestly, I was shocked that they did that at the end.
Yep, absolutely blown away.
What was your favourite bit?
The bit with the zombies.
Oh, okay, because I feel like they haven't really been doing too much this season. So
Yeah, which is why it was really good when we saw the zombies for that little bit.
Was it the ones that were in the water?
No.
No, the other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, was it when that character killed one?
Yeah. Wait, is that the trap? Which one's the trap question? No, it was a long shot, and there was a zombie in it.
Right. Was it quite arty?
Very arty.
Okay, that sounds like The Walking Dead.
I've not watched any Walking Dead, Liam.
Right, but I thought you were going to.
I am going to. It's not the finale yet, so I'm good.
The thing is, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't bother me that you haven't watched any. Like,
It sounds like it does.
No, it doesn't bother me that you haven't watched. Like, it doesn't bother me. I feel so sad for you that you don't get to experience this thing that I.
Oh, don't worry. I've been doing other stuff.
Yeah, but I want to.
I'm having a whale of a
I
time.
want to talk to you about this thing.
Yeah, and we will.
And like, I want to get your thoughts on it. Like, here's the thing.
Yep.
The whole thing about Nerd on Nerd, it's just us kind of getting into each other's heads and just kind of figuring out what the other person's feeling. And I just
yeah, that's definitely the theme of Nerd on Nerd.
yeah, and I just want to know like what you're feeling about The Walking Dead.
Got you. Yeah. Well, you'll find out when we do our special. In a way, I'm being really helpful for the podcast, Liam.
In what way?
Because we're going to have when we do our special, we're going to have so much to talk about.
It's going to be like a 4-hour special.
Yeah. We'll break it into parts.
Okay. Because you haven't even, if I remember rightly, you've got to catch up with the previous season before you're even up to date with this season.
Yes.
Possibly
And
even
possibly
the season before.
yeah. Like maybe half of that season before. No, I think I ended at the end of the season.
Yeah?
It's either 2 seasons that I've got to watch and a half, or 1 season and a half.
Okay. Have you been watching Westworld?
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on Westworld.
Is it any good? Because I keep hearing it's good, but I've been like...
It's got really good.
I've been putting off TV, obviously, until Smallville's done.
Yeah.
So I've heard that's good. I've heard that there's a new Netflix show called The OA,
Oh, okay.
which regular friend of the show, Mark Dawes, was recommending.
What is it? Is it?
I have no idea. I haven't looked into it at all.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of hoping you'd be able to shed some light.
No, I hadn't heard of it. I will.
Just watch The Walking Dead. I mean, not
Well,
in a,
this
not
DOA
in a,
sound. This,
not in a,
this DOA sounds quite interesting, Liam. I
Not-
might watch that.
not in an argumentative way, right?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to have a go or anything, but like maybe as my Christmas present, you could watch The Walking Dead.
No, I'm getting you the signed copy of the Santa Claus, remember?
Yeah, I know, but like maybe instead of that, you could watch The Walking Dead.
What am I going to do? Send it back to Tim Allen and say, "Oh, he doesn't want it, Tim."
Yeah, he would
And
prefer.
then he'll go, "Huh?"
He would prefer that I watch The Walking Dead, and Tim Allen would be like, "Fucking, I'm not surprised. Fucking cracking this season. I can't believe it." If anything, Tim Allen has come back, and be like, "What the fuck do you mean catch up with The Walking Dead? Why aren't you up to date? You host a podcast called Nerd on Nerd, and you're
Yeah,
not
it's not
even
called
up to
Walking
date
Dead Fancast.
with The Walking Dead." Well,
Now, Liam, I have also watched and been watching the Exorcist TV series.
any good?
No, but
Right.
really slow start.
Yeah.
Or not slow, just dull, not that interesting.
Yeah.
But suddenly, the last episode blew me away.
Really?
Yeah, it genuinely, the last episode was a legitimately good bit of TV.
How many episodes did you have to like endure before you got to a good one?
I don't know what episode, it's got to be a lot. It's got to be at least 7, I think.
Oh,
Maybe
Jesus.
more. It's like
Really?
we're towards the end of the series. It's like very clearly wrapping up, and
Yeah.
it's just gotten good. And I was like, oh, not a good way to sell your TV series.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
There's a lot of TV that came out this year, which we'll discuss on the next episode because I think we're gonna do like a roundup episode where we like look back and look forward.
Are
right? Yeah. So the next episode's our New Year episode. So
Oh, okay.
New Year, new us. We're gonna.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what was that? We're gonna.
Don't know.
We're gonna look back at our highlights of the year and look forward to what we're looking forward to next year.
And then at the end, we're going to sing Old Lang Syne.
I mean, you can. Like, I can tell you now what my most anticipated movie of next year is, but I'll save it for the next episode.
Is it a Zac Efron film?
Do you know what? There's 2 Zac Efron films coming out next year, and I
Baywatch?
think... Yeah, that's one of them.
Yep.
I think that might be, like, spoilers for the next episode, but I think that might be my most anticipated. But he's also in a movie called... I just want to get the title right. The Masterpiece.
Okay.
Which is a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Oh, I heard about that film a while ago.
Yeah, I think James Franco's involved. Like, it's obviously not.
Yeah, I
particularly.
want to see that.
Yeah, and obviously Zac Efron plays, I think, the drug dealer character.
Oh, okay.
Dave Franco's in it. Seth Rogen.
Who's playing Tommy was out?
James Franco.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston's going to be in it apparently.
Fair enough. That's exciting.
So, you know, not my most anticipated, but probably that will go into second place.
Yeah. That does sound very interesting. I want to see that now.
Yeah. But yeah, so, you know, that was a little spoiler for next episode. But still, I hope you come back and listen because it's fucking Christmas.
Well, whoa, language, Liam. It's Christmas.
You can swear at Christmas.
You can, but Santa won't give you any gifts.
Is swearing naughty?
Yeah.
Will I be punished?
Yeah.
Well, that leads us nicely into an S&M scenario.
And also, culture swap.
Which, to some listeners, is like an S&M scenario.
Yeah, basically.
Right, so we watched two films. We watched Elf and we watched Silent Night, Deadly Night. Which one do you want to do first?
I want to do Elf first.
Okay.
Because I think it's the one that we're going to have the least to talk about.
Oh, yes, definitely. Because it's a painfully average film. Like, okay, right.
Whoa.
Whoa. Let's back up because it's Christmas. Let's back
That's
up.
mean.
Let's back
and
up.
Not okay.
It's Christmas. This is like your favourite Christmas movie, right? This is why you
Yeah,
recommended
it is, yeah.
So I'm going to be very delicate with what I say here because
No, it's fine. No, you can say whatever
it's
you
the
want.
spirit of Christmas, Jack.
I don't want us to be delicate when we talk about the films, because that's boring.
Well, it's directed by Jon Favreau, okay?
Yep.
He's done good films.
Stop being positive.
No,
Tell me what you thought about
No,
Elf.
Jon Favreau has done good films.
Yeah.
He did Iron Man, which was good.
But I know that you're just aching to say something mean about this film, so do it.
Look, he did Iron Man, which was good. I really enjoyed The Jungle Book, which he did earlier this year.
Yeah, that was a good film.
He also did Elf. Not saying it's one of his better films, but he did it. Here's the thing
Right,
about
what didn't you like about this film?
Okay, let me just start. There was nothing that I particularly hated about this film. It's just, to me, incredibly average. It's like 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 across the board. Average. Everything is average. Like, it ends. Do I feel more Christmassy? Nah.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is, the whole, like, Christmas message doesn't really feel particularly earned, I guess.
Why? What do you mean? How do you mean?
Like, it just doesn't resonate with me. Like, oh, and they all sing because singing is the best way to spread Christmas cheer, and now they all believe in Santa Claus because of Buddy the Elf.
No, they don't believe in Santa Claus. That's
Well,
not
they
the point.
they have Christmas belief or whatever the
The
fuck
sled
it
flies
is.
on Christmas spirit, Liam,
That's it,
not
Christmas
on the belief
spirit.
of Santa Claus. Jesus.
It,
It's like you didn't even watch the film.
well, I did. Like I said, there's nothing. It doesn't do it. All right, so
It's got good jokes.
name one.
When he screams Santa's coming, I know him.
Okay, if that's a joke, then sure.
I mean, it's a comedy film, Liam. That is a joke.
So Will Ferrell has this tendency to do this, like, man-child act. Like, you've seen it in Step Brothers, Old School.
Yep, another good film.
so
Another
many-
good film.
They're good films, but I'm just saying, like, you see.
What we've run into is your issue with, like, how you hate blockbusters because they do the same thing.
Yeah, Will Ferrell does the same thing over and over again, and
You don't enjoy a film unless it does something different.
And in this film, him doing that 100% works. Like,
Yeah,
it just
'cause it is sort of the point.
Makes sense, right? I guess at the end of the day, this is the sort of film where if you find it funny that it's a grown man dressed as an elf, crack on. But, like, when it comes to comedy, I need more than just, like, a funny costume.
Right.
So
Sure.
there's a scene that's really good. There is a really good scene. The one with Peter Dinklage.
Yep, the angry elf.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
So wait, what? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, then I take umbrage with your sentences then, because you don't find the man dressed as an elf funny. So your high class comedy, Liam, was the bit where they do a dwarf joke.
Yeah, but it's not...
Bad times,
it
buddy.
is not-
Sorry, I was expecting you to be like, oh, I really liked the bit where Jon Favreau deeply analyses the comedic society that we live in with these hilarious quips. But no, the bit that you really enjoy in this film is where they make a height joke.
Right, but...
Congrats,
But-
you are refined. Sorry, it's Christmas, I'm sorry.
Exactly. So if you let me just explain, it's not necessarily the height joke that it's funny. It is, like, the innocence of Will Ferrell not realising, or his character, Buddy, not realising that what
Yeah,
he's
I
saying
don't think
is
it's Will Ferrell.
insulting. It's the incongruity of it that is funny. It's not the height jokes. It's him not
But then surely
understanding that he's
but
being
that's what's-
offensive.
That's what's funny about the rest of it then, Liam. because, like, when he thinks that a place does the world's best coffee.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like it doesn't work. It's like, to me, that's not as funny. It doesn't have to get that immediate like.
Yeah, no. See, that's not my issue. I don't mind if you didn't find this film funny. I just don't like when you try and defend yourself by making it seem you're doing the thing that you complained about in Nameless, where you're like, oh, the simpletons find it funny. That's fine. But then the bit that you laughed at was just a different bit of the same stuff.
Yeah, and it worked for me.
Yeah, so just don't get on your high horse and be reasonable is what I'm asking.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel is good.
Zoe. Look, she has 2 O's, it's still Zoe.
It looks like Zoe.
Yes, but it's Zoe.
When it comes to words, I very much like to say what I see.
Yes, well, that's wrong.
Well,
that's not her name.
Like I mentioned to you before, normally I prefer a darker-haired woman, but she rocks the blonde in this, and she rocks it well. I want to say that I'd let her jingle my balls, but I don't know if that's Christmas. Like, is that in the Christmas spirit of things?
Yeah, no, I'll allow that as Christmas spirit.
Sweet. I'd come down her chimney. What else? Like, I'm not a big fan of the whole, like, oh, I want my daddy to love me, like, plot.
I see, but I think it's less that, though.
Yeah.
Because it's not that he wants his dad to love him, it's that he just thinks his dad does.
Yeah, just thinking back on it now, I don't get why it's your favourite Christmas film. Like, it's a totally passable Christmas film. Like,
because it gets me in the Christmas spirit, Liam.
But surely there's other Christmas films that are better that could do that.
Like what?
Die Hard.
No, fuck off. Die Hard. Even if we just go, it's a Christmas film, it doesn't put you in a Christmas mood. It puts you in a badass mood.
It puts me.
It makes you want to be awesome and cool, but it doesn't make me go, oh, I can't wait to spend a day with my grandparents.
I bet they'd like Die Hard too. Make them watch it.
They probably would.
Yeah, make them watch it.
No.
Why not?
You shouldn't be watching films on Christmas. If you're watching films with your family on Christmas, you're doing it wrong.
No, you do it on Christmas Eve, don't you?
No.
I would.
We're too busy putting up all the Santa sacks.
We had a tweet from @moreaboutcat, don't know who that is, saying...
oh, what a surprise. Liam's girlfriend tweeted. I imagine it's going to defend his point of this, whatever we're doing.
She just said, Jack is a filthy liar, Die Hard is a Christmas film, because we had a discussion on it about that last episode. And then... @drunken_Batman said, the setting is a Christmas party. How can it not be a Christmas movie? And then @Sacred Letdown said, amen to that. Anyone who doesn't think so probably tried to blow up Nakatomi Tower with Hans Gruber. And then @Dead Sock, SOC, said, absolutely, and so is Rocky 4. So...
I think what this does is, whilst what you're seeing there is a lot of people agreeing with you and like helping your side of the argument,
yeah.
I think it just emphasises mine, because all those people that are watching Die Hard and saying it's a Christmas film are doing it for the reason I said that people do it, which is because we find it funny to tell people, oh, I watched a Christmas film, Die Hard. That's how that started. The guys that made Die Hard were not going, we're making a Christmas film, right?
Right, well then why would they set it at Christmas? Sorry,
it's a
that
period
was
of
snarky.
time, Liam.
Wait,
you can set a film on a Sunday and it's not a Sunday film.
I'm sorry.
No one goes, oh, congratulations, you watched the Sunday film.
Oh, okay, yeah,
good.
I'm gonna watch that really good Easter film, Halloween.
Halloween is the only one that works, and you don't really get Halloween movies, you get horror films. A horror film can be a horror film without, like, a film that you enjoy on Halloween can be a film that's not set around Halloween time.
Yeah. What? Like, I can enjoy a film at Christmas that isn't set around Christmas time. It's just called a film.
Yeah, no, but like Halloween films, as in horror films.
Yeah, like...
You were the one that said Halloween!
Yeah, to make a point.
You've completely derailed this argument, my friend.
It's not an argument, because it's Christmas.
Sorry.
Jesus. Anyway.
It's not a Christmas film. I don't give a shit what y'all think. It's not a Christmas film. Get over yourselves. Stop thinking you're funny for saying it. You are, and I agree with you, but let's stop pretending that it's anything other than that.
Let me just say, if it's not a Christmas film, why does he say, now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho?
Because it's set around Christmas. Like I originally said in the episode, it's a film set around Christmas. It's not a Christmas film.
That's ridiculous.
I'd like to point out, Die Hard is one of my favourite films, and I love watching it at Christmas. I'm just saying that it's not a Christmas film. It's not in the genre of Christmas.
I respectfully think you're wrong.
Well, I'm going to tell you to fuck off.
Tom Hogan tweeted us saying, I hate Christmas, but Elf is probably my second highest rated Christmas movie after Home Alone, so I guess that means it's good. And he said that he likes Will Ferrell and Zooey Deschanel.
Zoe.
So...
Stop saying Zooey.
Look, I just... Like, the thing about Elf is there's nothing that it does, like, offensively wrong that I can attack it for. It's just
Why are you
average.
looking to do that? It's not. It's a good film. It's a hilarious film. I really enjoy it.
Okay, it's average. It's 3 out of 5. Like you could
4.5 out of 5.
What? That is a joke.
Why?
That's way too high.
Why?
4.5 out of 5 means it's like nearly perfect. Elf.
No, it means it on your rating. It means it's a great film on my rating.
So what does 5 out of 5 mean on your rating?
Excellent film.
Excellent.
I don't do it your way because your way doesn't make sense to me. You start everything. You're like this weird.
Hold up. 4.5 is great. What's 4?
Good.
What's 3.5?
Oh, I guess 4 would be very good. 3.5 is 3.5 is 3 is good.
Yeah.
4 is very good.
Yeah.
3.5 is that was good
Oh, kind of
with
good.
emphasis.
All right. So you go good. Oh, that was good. Very good.
Very good.
Great. Excellent.
Yes, I'm very positive, Liam. It's very hard to get a negative review from me.
I mean, it's not that hard. Just look at last year's Christmas special.
Yeah, that's
Where
like
you,
one of the only things I've really
bitched a
hated.
storm about Christmas Evil.
That is a terrible film.
We had another tweet from Amanda, who said, Elf is my favourite Christmas movie. I've seen it too many times to count, and it still makes me giggle uncontrollably.
Yep, I agree with you, Amanda. Liam's just a Grinch. Next year, Liam, maybe we will have to watch The Grinch.
I've not seen it before, so...
Have you not?
No.
Oh, we'll do The Grinch. There we go.
Maybe
That's next year sorted.
Okay, explain this to me then. The stop-motion animal stuff, what's that all about?
I think that the reason they did that is it's sort of playing on a lot of the old Christmas films that would come out. You know, like there was the like Rudolph Christmas special and stuff. Did you ever see them?
Nah.
There's like a thing where people used to do like TV specials, which would be like a film that was all done with stop motion.
Did you watch the stop-motion movie Anomalisa that I recommended?
No, not yet. But I since you told me to watch it, I've been seeing it around. Like
it's on Netflix.
People talking about it. Yeah, so I'll get it watched.
Right, sorry, that just the stop-motion thing reminded me of that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I agree with Tom. Like, I think Home Alone is a better Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it probably is.
Better Christmas movie. So this is the thing with Elf that shocks me, is that you're saying it's the best Christmas movie for you.
Yeah, it's my favourite Christmas film.
Yeah, but I feel like why not Home Alone? Why not Jingle All the Way?
I also love Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. So
and I love Home Alone.
But why? So what is it about Elf that makes it better than those for you? That's what
I don't know.
about.
Elf is the one that gets me the most Christmassy.
Okay, but does that make it the best Christmas movie just because it
Yeah,
gives
for
you
me.
Christmassy?
Yes, it does for me, Liam. Because my criteria for being a good Christmas film is when I finish it, do I feel Christmassy? And when I finish Elf, I do feel Christmassy.
Right, I can see why you've been having issues with the Christmas movies I've been recommending.
Yeah, dude.
Because if you're basing it on a criteria of do I feel Christmassy?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Don't get me wrong. When I do your ones, I do rate them based on, is this a good film?
Okay.
Because I know that you're not suggesting them for that reason.
Yeah, no.
I didn't suggest Elf for that reason for you.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't pick it and go, I'm sure this is going to fix Liam of his hatred of Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, that's impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just average.
Christmas Evil is just a shit film.
You're wrong there. I think it's better than Elf. I'm going to say that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
I don't know who looks bad there. I think it is you.
I don't care. So yeah, like Elf, it's harmless. It's harmless fun. That's a nice positive way to end it, isn't it?
Sure.
Elf is harmless fun. Average. 3 out of 5.
So what did you suggest for me then, Liam?
I suggested for you a film called Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yep, you did.
Yeah? Christmassy, right?
Yeah, very Christmassy.
Like, Santa was in it, of sorts.
Yeah, not actual Santa.
A Santa, several Santas.
People dressed as Santa were in it.
3 people dressed as Santa.
No, more.
More. Yeah, more. Yeah, definitely. What more could you want? So, come on, let's hear it then. Let's have it.
It was better than Christmas Evil.
Yeah?
I enjoyed bits of this film.
Okay, what bits?
I really liked the end, not because it was the end of the film, just because it's one of the worst ways I've seen someone set up a sequel.
So, for anyone that hasn't seen it, would you like to explain?
Well, we should probably give do you want to do a quick plot synopsis-y sort of thing?
We didn't for Elf.
Yeah, I know, but that's because... But to explain the end of this film, it's going to make more sense if they sort of vaguely know what's happened.
Alright, do a super quick plot
You're
synopsis.
you're better at them than I am.
Well, you won't learn if you don't try.
Boy watches his parents get rape murdered by a Santa Claus, then lives in an orphanage with his brother, has problems with Christmas, gets job, gets told he has to be Santa, murders everyone, then gets killed.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth noting that the orphanage was run by nuns, and they tied this idea that if you're naughty, you're punished into his head.
Yeah. And also, someone else his grandpa, his mental grandpa tells him it as well, that Santa punishes bad children.
Alright, so how good is that scene?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe the grandpa's going to be the murderer in this film. He's in it for one scene where you find out that he's pretending to be mentally ill.
Yeah, it's not really clear, is it?
No.
But, you know...
I mean, that was the impression I got. They're all like, oh, grandpa, he doesn't talk or register us. And then suddenly they all leave and he just grabs a child and is like, Santa's going to get you.
It's also worth noting this is a slasher movie.
Yeah, which I like slasher films.
Yeah, so this has like one of those like tried and tested slasher tropes of like the old kooky crazy man who tries to warn, normally the teenagers, but in this case it's a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's sort of an interesting thing that this film does, is half the film is not him when he's an adult. It's like him growing up and all these different experiences. It's like half the film. It's mental how long it takes them to get... I was expecting people to start dying. Admittedly, there's the murders at the beginning. But, before you get an proper evil Santa, which you knew was coming, you're halfway through the film.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I think what's another interesting thing to note for a slasher film is it kind of shirks away from having any, final girl or...
Yes.
A lead victim of some sort. The antagonist is the, main character.
Yeah, you're seeing it from the perspective of the killer.
Yeah.
As opposed to the traditional...
Which I think they also did with Christmas Evil, right?
Yeah.
So, interesting.
I mean, no. Christmas Evil was shit. This was good.
Okay, anyway, as you were, what else did you like?
There were boobs in it. That was good.
I remember you requested that specifically last year, so I tried to fulfill that request for you.
Yep, and it happened. Multiple times. Admittedly, a lot of those boobs ended up getting killed quite quickly.
Yeah, but still, you got boobs.
Yep. I enjoyed the bit that... I didn't enjoy it when I watched it.
Yeah.
Per se, but then you pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
And on rewatching it, I was like, oh, holy shit, this is great. I just hadn't registered it particularly.
Yeah.
Which was the montage of him being employed at a store for a month, maybe?
A toy store, yeah. It's worth noting.
What? I mean, it's the worst. This whole film is bad decisions, right?
Yeah.
That's effectively the moral of this story is if you make shit decisions, bad stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
Why would he ever work at a toy store?
Well, got to get paid, haven't you?
Yeah, but when they were we're getting Santa in, why didn't he go, oh, like you said, why didn't he just go, oh yeah, I watched my parents get murdered and...
Well, okay, so I don't know if this is the answer, but just to try and come up with something off the top of my head. He was 18, he clearly was a bit damaged, before it all started, it was a little bit odd. Maybe he was just a bit shy. Maybe he didn't want to cause problems.
But the nuns, they knew this was happening.
Oh yeah, there was definitely
because there's specifically a scene where they say, "Oh, we got him. We've hired him to do Santa," and the one of the nuns is like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
And then seems to take another half of the film to actually do anything with that knowledge.
Well, yeah. I mean, by that point he's gone off and killed a load of people. Yeah,
but she doesn't She finds out and then she's like, "Oh God."
Well, she's a nun, right? So she probably thought God or something would save him.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It was an enjoyable watch. I don't think it was enjoyable for what the film was trying to do.
What do you think it was trying to do?
I think it was probably trying to be a slasher film and to make me feel suspense and sort of horror.
But you didn't feel suspense?
It feels tongue-in-cheek. Do you know what I mean? I'm laughing at the film, I think, more than I was getting behind it.
Okay. But you still enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I definitely did. But, because I don't know if this is a thing, but this is what it feels like slasher films sort of that era did, right? Because you have, Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and those sort of films.
Halloween.
They sort of got a bit tongue-in-cheeky as they went along. Like, Jason in Space and whatever.
Yeah, but
I've not got that
Jason
far in the series.
Space until like early.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, eventually these films realised. I don't know. That's what it's always felt like to me. That it was. They sort of realised that maybe what they were doing didn't work or something. Even though I love them.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just interested in seeing if this series starts to just go ridiculous, or whether they're going to try and be real. Like.
Oh well, I mean, there's 5 in this series in total. So, you're going to have to wait 4 more years before we find out how it all holds together as a whole.
Yep. This is the start of a 5-year voyage.
Yeah. Which I think we're both excited to...
I am. I'm interested in seeing what they do.
But genuinely, that warm side of the door montage just takes this movie up to I think it's the only thing that would make me kind of think, oh, maybe it's slightly better than Christmas Evil.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
What, the montage?
Like, why did anyone make that?
I honestly don't know. Like you said, it feels like a 90s sitcom opening.
Yeah, it does. It honestly feels like you're watching the start of... I would probably watch a couple of episodes of that sitcom and then quickly fall out of love with it.
Yeah, once the Santa started going around killing people.
Yeah, it's worth... If you're, if you didn't watch this film, it's worth... I don't know how you would Google it to find that scene. What's the song called, Liam?
Warm Side of the Door.
So I guess if you tried searching Silent Night, Deadly Night, Warm Side of the Door, it's worth watching just for that.
Be able to just give a little demonstration of what it sounds like?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't remember.
Okay.
They say Warm Side of the Door in it. I know that.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, what else did you like, dislike, thoughts, feelings?
I don't know, I'm trying to think if there's more that I liked and what I didn't like. It's tricky.
What about, what was your favourite kind of death scene in it? Because there's a couple of quite imaginative
woman
ones.
being impaled. Yeah, the woman being impaled on a deer head is quite impressive.
That's pretty iconic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She's in, that woman is, I'm going to get her name wrong, Linnea Quigley, and she is in one of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. Fun fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one?
I can't remember.
Challenging your knowledge, Liam.
I want to say 4, but I would have to look it up to confirm.
Is that Dream Warriors or whatever, or is that 3?
3 is Dream Warriors.
Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. That's the best death scene.
Yeah.
I think my main flaw with the film is the fact that it takes so long to get to the killing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I wasn't watching this film for its story, and they definitely focus on the story at the beginning.
I would also kind of say that I do feel like the rape at the beginning is a bit unnecessary.
Oh yeah, it totally is. They could have just killed them, and it would have had the exact same effect.
Yeah.
There's also this film has too much rape in it.
Yeah, yeah, possibly. I mean,
because the girl that he meets that he sort of falls a little bit in love with.
Yeah, there's a brilliant scene where he imagines himself sleeping with her, but that doesn't pan out well.
Yeah, no, she then gets raped, so he kills the rapist.
Yeah, because
and then she's annoyed, so he kills her.
Yeah, happens, doesn't it? We've all been there. Yeah, it's just, I think one of my favourite kills in it is the sled kill.
Yeah.
There's 2 geeky kids, and then 2 bullies come along and steal their sleds, and one of them's just sliding down this hill, just gets his head taken clean off. I love it. I don't.
He's not the most memorable killer from the slasher genres.
Dressed as Santa.
He's just but that's it. He's just dressed as Santa.
Yeah, and he says
so far he's not gone supernatural.
No, he hasn't.
He's not got a cool catchphrase. He just goes naughty
and punish.
I
mean, what sort of cool catchphrase? I
guess Jason didn't have a catchphrase.
Yeah, Michael Myers also doesn't have a catchphrase. Really, does Freddy Krueger have a catchphrase?
Yeah, he goes, "I'ma get you in your dreams."
Okay.
The famous
Freddy Krueger catchphrase. What was it again? Sorry.
"I'ma get you in your dreams."
No, but can you do it in the voice?
"I'ma get you in your dreams."
I forgot. That's my favourite moment in all of the films when he says his catchphrase.
He should have had a catchphrase. Yeah. They missed a trick there.
They did. He had a lot of memorable quotes.
Yeah, he says that's what I mean. He's a talkie killer.
Yeah,
he should have had one.
Yeah. Leprechaun had a couple of good quotes.
Oh, we should do that as a special on Nerd on Nerd at some point.
St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. What are your opinions on this film?
I like it. It was very controversial when it was released. Did you know that?
Yeah, you were saying this to me. What was the controversy?
So basically, when the film was released, it was picketed by angry parents who had nothing better to do because they didn't like seeing Santa Claus shown as an axe murderer. Because I think a lot of the publicity material had him just as Santa, holding an axe. And obviously there's that scene right at the end after he's killed a police officer where he's going into the orphanage and he's got the axe and it's all bloody.
Yeah.
Now, if we just ignore the fact that this film was released in 1984 and Christmas Evil was released in 1980, so I don't know.
Yeah, they'd already had.
Yeah, I don't know where the parents were in 1980, but I guess they had other things to do.
Well, Christmas Evil was such a shit film, probably not that many people saw it.
But yeah, so basically, because of all this picketing and stuff, it really affected the box office sales, and they pulled it out of cinemas after 2 weeks.
Really?
Yep.
And then they went on to make 4 other films.
Yep. Fun
Just
fact,
to show them.
There was a famous person who was a guy called Mickey Rooney, who was...
I know him.
Yeah, he was a huge naysayer for this film. He is in one of the sequels.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
You'll see. To protest the film, critics Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, I'm reading this off IMDb Trivia if you didn't know,
Okay.
they read the credits out loud on their television show, saying, "Shame, shame, shame," after each name.
Oh, so they did the Shame March from Game of Thrones?
Yep.
They invented that.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's weird. I guess, does it make sense?
Like,
I don't agree with it, and I don't think this film... I don't get that with any films, really.
I just kind of feel like, if you're a parent, okay, picketing this film, just an idea, maybe don't take your kid to see a film called Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Clues in the
That's
fucking
the thing,
name.
innit? Why were they showing their... I guess, like you said, it was the advertising material more than
Yeah,
the film,
but
I guess.
just sort of say to your kid, it's a horror movie, that's not what Santa's like.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like parents get their knickers in a twist about a lot of things, and we're
Not
currently...
parents. Some parents.
Yeah, some parents. And we're experiencing this very much in the UK at the moment. And half of it just requires them to sit down with their kids and have a bit of a chat. Females can ejaculate. That's okay.
5 fingers is fine.
Yeah. I mean, well, no. 4 and a thumb.
Whoa!
4 and a thumb.
How dare you?
Well,
Yeah,
if
that's
you're getting
fingers.
2
You can
hands
say
in,
that. I mean,
I'm just thinking
hey,
2... I don't know.
Hey, if you want 2 hands in you, Liam,
You should be allowed
I'm not
it.
going to judge you.
No, you should be allowed that. And look,
Yeah,
if
it's your choice.
little Timmy happens to see that on the internet, 1, why haven't you got parental control set up? And 2,
Yeah.
maybe just explain to him, look, some people like that and that's okay. If you don't want to do that, don't. Just say, this isn't for you. They wouldn't enjoy that if you did that to them because your hands are tiny, so they wouldn't notice.
Stop. You don't... Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
So
It's Christmas,
anyway,
Liam.
it's Christmas, so if you want to dress up as Santa and put 5 fingers in, crack on. Also, there's a really good pun in a scene with before the woman gets impaled on the antler, she's having sex on a pool table, and one of the guys talks about putting 2 balls in a pocket, which I thought was quite good.
Yeah.
That was good. Randomly, she just then decides, before they have sex, oh, I think I heard the cat, and then just leaves and opens the front door with her tits out.
Also, they're not having sex in a private area in their house.
No.
Because the little sister comes down at one point.
Yeah.
And they're like, quick, get dressed. Oh, God, she's coming. I was like, well, Jesus.
There's another really good little line. Her boyfriend has some excellent lines where she says that Linnea Quigley's character says to little sister, if you don't go to bed, Santa won't come. And then her boyfriend whispers, he's not the only one.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's my favourite character in the film.
Yeah, he makes a fatal mistake in grabbing a poker to try and beat up the killer with.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen a poker be used as an effective weapon in a movie.
I think they probably could be.
They could, but it seems to be a very common go-to weapon in a movie, and it never pans out well.
No, that's true.
So that's just one observation.
Yeah, I don't know. This film was fine.
So okay, are you now looking forward to the sequel?
I am.
I want you to, obviously, with just the knowledge of this film, I want you to just guess what you think the sequel will be about.
I mean, so that's the thing, right? Because that's what I was saying earlier about the ending. Is he gets killed,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, well, it's over, thank goodness. And then his brother turns to the camera and goes, naughty, which is the killer's line.
Yeah.
And it's this really dramatic zoom on a 5-year-old's face.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can think, because it's either going to be the brother becomes the killer in the next one,
Yeah.
right? That's the sensible, what they should probably do.
Yeah.
But it could also go the other way of these sort of slasher films and make him a supernatural monster.
Okay. Bit like they could sort of draw from the Krampus idea a bit, I guess.
Yeah, or because it's like how, the original Friday the 13th, nothing supernatural happens till right at the end, and then it becomes this series of this supernatural killer sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same with Halloween. He's not particularly supernatural in the first one until the end, where you find out he's immortal.
Yeah. Okay, so that's... Would you watch this movie again?
Maybe. If I was with other people and wanted to show them a film that I thought they would laugh at.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to just sit down and watch this film by myself.
Did it make you feel just even a little bit Christmassy? Because it did for me.
It didn't for me.
Okay. Like, I watched it last night, and then it's just like... It might be a coincidence, but today I found myself singing a lot of Christmas songs.
I mean, this is worrying, Liam. If this is the film, the Christmas horror films are what get you feeling festive.
But I think that's the thing about them, If you look at Elf, right? If we could just compare the two for a second.
I mean, weird to compare these two films, but go on.
But Elf is about this elf in this winter wonderland who comes to New York, is it?
New York.
It's got to be.
Yep. It is, yeah.
Comes to New York, and he spreads Christmas spirit, right? But he was already Christmassy to start with. So, like, him as a character doesn't really, evolve a lot. If anything, he's
the
there
evolution
to...
of the other characters.
Yeah, exactly. The other characters evolve around him. But Christmas is just a constant thing. Whereas in Silent Night, Deadly Night, there's a few people who won't be seeing Christmas this year because they're dead.
Yeah.
And then you've got this idea that, oh no, Christmas might not come because there's this looming evil. But then in the end, it gets stopped, and you're like, "Way, jingle bells! Let's celebrate Christmas! Woohoo!" Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if many of those kids were celebrating Christmas after this.
Yeah, but you're not one of those kids. You're just watching it like, "Oh, the evil's been gone. Now we can get on with Christmas."
Sure.
Okay. I'm just trying.
Don't know if I agree.
I'm trying to put a festive spin on it, Jack.
You don't need to.
Well, a more positive festive spin.
Ah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Not one that's all doom and gloom.
Yeah, not one that's all about murderers. Out of 5?
For me, probably again Elf, 3 out of 5.
I think it's a 3 out of 5 for me.
Hey, we agreed on something again.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It is. So you have to wait for next year to hear what we think about Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
I personally can't wait.
I'm doing The Grinch, maybe.
Possibly.
So I hope so. I would look forward to that.
Fair enough.
I'm more excited for your thoughts on Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, in all honesty. Is that it?
I think that might be it. Is that it?
I think so.
It's weird, isn't it? But when we don't talk about 3 Santa Claus films, we actually finish the Christmas special on a reasonable time.
You raise an interesting point there, because I have to admit I'm a little bit disappointed that you didn't go above and beyond this year and watch all of the Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's I kind of dangled that there as a carrot, and I was like, I wonder if he will or not. Does he love the show enough to go above and beyond like I did last year?
It's got nothing to do with love of the show, Liam. I just have
And-
a real human life that I have to live. So I don't have time to watch the entire series.
Don't believe that for 1 second.
I've been doing lots of busy stuff, Liam.
We did an entire section called Catching Up With, and the thing you did was you went to one office Christmas party.
Yeah, and that stressed me out for a week, Liam.
Right. Maybe
It was
to
yesterday, so
unwind.
it didn't even do that.
Yeah. The thing with the Santa Claus movies is I watched them all in one night, and it was actually a really good night. It did get me feeling
That's
quite
insane.
festive. So I think maybe you could have done this in all. It would have
That's pure insanity.
probably would have taken you 5-6 hours to do this. You could have done that in a night.
No, thanks. I'm all right.
So now you got to wait till next year, listeners.
Yeah, that's good. It's more anticipation. We're all gonna watch it together, listeners.
That's true. I hope that you've done a good enough job of selling it to people that they'll watch this one and then watch the next one next year.
Oh, I don't think they should watch it particularly.
Someone did tweet us saying that they watched it after I was tweeting about it, and I sent them the trailer because they were curious. And they said that they watched it and it was okay. 3 stars for it, and they said I just ... don't know.
Oh, they should. Whoever that was should go and watch Christmas Evil, because that ... I just don't know. That is Christmas Evil.
I mean, yeah, you could definitely tweet them and say that.
No, I'm alright.
All right then,
They'll hear me say it here.
if they listen.
Fucking better.
So I think that might be it for our Christmas special.
Yeah.
So next time, the episode itself will be like a look back and a look forward. The culture swap, in the idea of new beginnings and all that, we're doing Pokemon Moon.
Like, you can say Sun and Moon, even though we're both playing Moon. They're the same game.
Well, they're not. There's differences that we can't talk about because we haven't played them.
Yeah, like whatever. Fine. It's Christmas. I'm not falling out with you.
No, and it ties into the idea of like Rebirth because it's a new Pokemon game and they've changed a lot of stuff, which might be what we'll be doing with the show.
That's Easter.
Oh well, you know what I mean, like fucking looking forward at shit.
Hey, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it is, and you're stressing me out about New Year already. Have you got any New Year plans?
Yeah, I'm going to a party.
It's my mum's birthday, so I've got kind of
On New Year's Day or Eve?
New Year's Day.
Oh.
So I spend New Year's Eve with her. It goes midnight. I go, happy birthday. She goes, thank you. And then she gets presents the next day.
Fair enough. That's always good.
I mean, it's a bit of a pain, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're just a miserable shit, so...
Well, no, like, you know, yeah. It's Christmas. I don't want to argue.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, it's fine. You know, she'll have a good time, probably. Well, okay, so here's why it's a bit of a pain. Can I let you into a secret?
Go on.
Last year, we went to a local pub, and both me and Kat were a bit like, oh, this might be shit, and it turned out to be really good, okay? The reason why it's a bit of a pain is this year, we're going back to that local pub.
But you said it was a good time.
Yeah, for some reason, this year, there's an Elvis tribute act.
Uh,
I don't mind Elvis. Don't want to spend New Year's Eve with an Elvis tribute act.
well, he'll probably only be on for, like an hour or two.
I fucking hope so, Jack.
He won't be doing the whole night.
So, yeah, bit of a pain. But other than that, you know, New Year's Eve. This episode's going out on Boxing Day, right?
Yep.
So, I'm going to say on this episode, I hope you all had a good Christmas and will have a happy New Year.
I concur with Liam.
If you want to play Pokemon Moon, if you've played Pokemon Moon, it's been out for a while now, just fucking get in touch. Won't
Or
hurt you.
Sun. You can contact us about either.
Shit, yeah, we'd like to hear what's different about Sun, you know?
Not that much.
Just email, tweet us, whatever you want to do.
Where can they do that, Liam?
Well, Jack, they could tweet us at Nerd on Nerd. They could email us, nerdonnerdpod@gmail.com. They could find us on YouTube if you just type in Nerd on Nerd, all one word, we'll pop up. You can find us on SoundCloud. Go to SoundCloud. You'll have all of our pages. It's listed there. I've done a little thingy where it lists all of our social stuff. Also on Facebook, there's a Nerd on Nerd fan page. Not many people have liked it. Why don't you be one of the first?
That was very good.
Guess what else?
What else?
You could review us on iTunes. Give us a little star rating. Type some nice words. Job done.
How many stars should I rate us?
If it was you, I'd say give us 5.
Okay. Have you actually rated the podcast yet? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't. I feel like it's. I feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels wrong.
Yeah. There's other podcasts that I have enjoyed that I have been meaning to go and rate. So if I listen to your podcast and I haven't rated it yet, I either didn't enjoy it or I forgot. Probably the latter, to be honest.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, have a good one. Ho, ho, ho. Fucking hell, I'll do this again next year, I guess.
Bye.
Bye.